So you already know that playing in the garden and getting your hands in the soil is good for your spirit. It enhances a feeling of well-being and decreases depression. Not just because you're out in the sunshine getting some good vitamin D, but because of microbes in the soil. What good bacteria can you think of that we talked about in an earlier video? What good bacteria can you get on you that actually enhances your feelings of relaxation and decreases depression? If you answered Bacteria vaccae, you are right on. Good job. So Bacteria vaccae is one that we learned about that enhances your good feelings. So let's talk about some other ways that plants are good for you, good for your spirit, good for society, good for your mental well-being, other than through microbes. So first of all, think about funerals. That's one place that we see a lot of flowers. People have been using flowers at funerals for over 62,000 years. So why do you think people started using flowers that long ago? Well, way back when, before we had the ability to, care for the physical body and keep it from breaking down right away, they used it to cover the smell. And then flowers just became a symbol of that we love you, we care about you, we have empathy with you, we're sharing in your grief. So now that is one way that you can actually make people feel that cared for, and you can actually make people feel that you're sharing in their burden. So think about funerals and how certain flowers stimulate those feelings for you. When you look at your PDF, you'll see some other flowers and hopefully see how different flowers have been created through tradition to create certain feelings in you. So plants actually can create certain feelings in you, and just naturally we respond to plants. So how are some ways that we respond to plants? Let's talk about in a hospital. That's another place that you see people have flowers a lot. When you can have visitors in the hospital. Not right now, apparently, but flowers in a hospital, what can they do? It's been proven. There's actually been studies that prove that flowers and plants in a hospital room actually do have therapeutic effects on surgical patients. So a few ways that they do. Number one, plants in a hospital room actually lower bacteria and mold, because some bacteria is bad, we know, and molds, 50 to 60%. So if you can lower bacteria and mold in a room and in the air, then you're doing a good thing. So another way, plants boost humidity. Now this can be in a hospital room or even in your own home. They boost humidity so that we don't get that dry throat that makes you have a sore throat and a cough because the air is too dry. So they boost humidity. How do they boost humidity? I hope that you remember that plants perform transpiration, which is loss of water through the stoma, as a byproduct of it collecting carbon dioxide. So through transpiration, plants boost humidity in a room. They also lower dust particles. 20% lower dust particles. So you may have to dust your plants, but they do help collect dust out of the air. And also the humidity can help with the dust as well. Keep dust down from floating around where you can breathe it in. So they also reduce background noise. So background noise in a hospital especially is quite a stressful, scary thing. Different noises that you're not familiar with, you can't sleep. So plants reducing background noise lowers stress. And we know when we lower stress, we can heal better. There's actually been studies that showed that 3 to 5 minutes of looking at nature, looking at a waterfall surrounded by plants, looking at flowers, looking at a field of flowers. 3 to 5 minutes of looking at nature can actually lower anxiety, lower anger. It can induce relaxation. So in other words, it lowers your stress. So how can that apply to you in your life? Well, I'm sure you're having some stress right now with trying to do school in a different way. Family life is different. Everything's different. So take 3 to 5 minutes and find some trees, find a field, go to Tatnall Square Park and just sit in the middle of the grass by yourself, socially distanced, and just look at nature. Set your clock for 3 to 5 minutes. And that can actually lower your stress, which will have health benefits for you. It has health benefits for your blood pressure, for your heart health, for the hormones and chemicals that are released in our brain when we're stressed out, that also tend to make us a little bit heavier. Did you know that there was that connection? Stress hormones actually does make you fat. So 3 to 5 minutes of looking at nature will not only help you be healthier, it will also help you lose weight. All right, so we'll go on to the next video and we'll talk about some more ways that plants can be used for society as a whole to help us and to help us as a society. Have a great day.